At the start of the story, we meet a 30-year-old woman named Lee who lives in New York City. Lee is a journalist and is having an affair with her boss. She's really serious about the relationship and truly loves him, but her boss just sees it as a casual feeling. One day, Lee finds out that a tiger cub was kept tied up like a pet in a house, which led to its death. She tells her boss about it and writes an article on the matter. The boss doesn't take the news seriously and refuses to publish it, which leads to an argument between Lee and her boss. That's when she finds out he's about to marry another woman. Hurt and disappointed, Lee decides to break up with him. After the breakup, she feels even more alone. She also isn't being allowed to do the kind of journalism work she wanted to pursue. Tired of everything, Lee decides to leave New York City without telling anyone, not even her boss. Lee goes back to her hometown. Her mom questions her sudden return, but her dad is happy to see her. Lee tells them, "I plan to stay here for now." Hearing this, her parents aren't too happy. They say, "You had such a great career in New York. Why are you giving it all up to come here?" Lee replies, "I wasn't happy at all in New York. I was under a lot of mental stress. Coming here gives me some relief." She adds, "I want to take some time to figure out what I want to do next." Lee's dad tried to explain things to her and support her. The next day, Lee meets her school friend Todd, who works at an art gallery, but he's not really happy with his life either. When they meet, they both feel really happy. After that, Lee meets female friend Bella. Lee, Todd, and Bella used to be good friends back in school. Now Bella is the vice principal of the school. She's married but hasn't had kids yet, which often makes her sad. Bella is really happy to see Lee after so long. At night, Lee, Todd, Bella, and her husband are all together. They ask Lee, "So, how long are you planning to stay here?" Lee says, "For now, I'll be working as a lifeguard at the pool, just like I used to back in high school." But Bella finds it pretty strange that she's quitting her job as a journalist to do this. Bella's husband is also there, and he doesn't want his wife to hang out with Lee and Todd because he thinks they're irresponsible. The next day, Lee is working at the pool when she meets a boy named Jason, who is 18 years old. Jason is with his best friend. He lives near the pool, and his dad works in pool maintenance, so he often comes to the pool with his friends. Jason tells Lee that if she ever has any trouble working there, she can let him know. Lee feels good hearing that. The next day, when Lee leaves a store with Todd after buying some stuff, Jason is outside the store with 3 of his friends. Todd asks Lee and Todd, "Can you guys buy us a bottle of alcohol?" "We don't have any money." Lee refuses. Then Todd says, "If I buy you the drink, what will we get in return?" He wants some weed from them. Jason's friends agree to the deal. That night, Todd comes with Lee and Bella to get the weed from Jason and his 3 friends. They all go to the same school. Bella says, "I can't do all this as a vice principal." Then Jason and his friends say, "We're going to drop out soon and move to another city." They're leaving, but Bella thinks all this is wrong. She talks to one of Jason's friends privately, telling him he shouldn't do drugs and that he should stay here and finish his studies instead of going to the city. Jason's friend understands and decides to continue school. Meanwhile, Jason and Todd start doing drugs with Lee. Lee advises Jason, saying he shouldn't quit school. She tells him that life could get tough if he doesn't study. Jason says he doesn't like this town and wants to get out of here. After that, Jason keeps meeting up with his friends and they quickly become close. They hang out with Todd and Bella and they all party together. Now, Lee starts spending a lot of time with Jason and soon realizes she's attracted to him. She tries to hide it, but Jason picks up on it. Jason starts feeling the same way about Lee. One night, Lee is at the swimming pool with her friends and Jason's friends. They all have a great time in the pool for a long while, but Lee and Jason are only focused on each other. They keep staring. When Lee gets out of the pool to change clothes and goes to the bathroom, Jason follows her in. Slowly, Jason comes close to Lee and kisses her. Lee can't resist either, and they start kissing each other. Then, they get close. From that moment on, a relationship starts between them. They hang out together, spend time, and are intimate several times. Jason is much younger than Lee, but despite that, they keep their relationship a secret from everyone, and both of them are really happy in this relationship. One day, when Lee is in the swimming pool, a little kid falls in and starts drowning. Seeing this, Lee immediately jumps into the water and saves the child. Now, Lee spends most of her time hanging out with Jason and sometimes comes home late at night. Because of this, her mom is upset with her. One day, when Jason and Lee are in bed, Lee realizes that she has started loving Jason. She asks him, "When are you going to the city with your friend?" Jason replies, "In a few weeks, I'll be leaving here." "I'll go. I've saved up some money too." Lee tells him that he might need more cash. With this amount, nothing much can be done, and it'll take time to find a job. Actually, Lee doesn't want Jason to leave her and go to the city. She wants Jason to stay close to her. One night, Jason, his friend Lee, Todd, and Abela are partying together. Jason's friend tells Todd that he wants to get out of this town as soon as possible because he really doesn't like it here. Todd says, "I used to feel the same way, wanted to get out of this town too. I wanted to go, but I never could because I have to take care of my parents." He tries to comfort Jason's friend and starts touching him. Jason's friend really doesn't like that. He says, "I'm not gay." This tells us that Todd is gay. Jason's friend comes to Jason and says we should leave here for the city tomorrow. But Jason says he needs some time to save up some money. Hearing this, Jason's friend feels really bad. Actually, Jason's friend spends most of his time outside the house. He's not interested in studying either. Because of this, his mom got so frustrated that she kicked him out of the house. Now, going to the city is his only option left. He wanted to go with Jason, but when Jason said not to go right now, his friend was crushed. He depended on Jason a lot and now feels all alone. Meanwhile, Lee's mom wasn't happy with her staying there. She said, "We didn't send you to study so much just for you to come back and become a lifeguard. We wanted you to go to the city and build a good career." She is really upset with the Lee's careless behavior. Lee starts arguing with her mom, which makes her mom so angry that she kicks her out of the house. Left with no choice, Lee goes to Jason's place and starts living with him. The next day, while Lee is by the pool, she finds out that she won $1,000 in a journalism award. She got the prize for the article she wrote about tiger cubs. Then Jason shows up, and they start kissing. Just then, Todd sees them, but doesn't say anything. Meanwhile, Bella has a fight with her husband because he's upset about her irresponsible lifestyle. She goes to Todd's house and tells him what happened. During their conversation, Todd mentions that Lee is now in a relationship with Jason and is living at his place. Hearing this, Bella is shocked. She goes to the pool and gets angry at Lee. She says, "What were you thinking, getting involved with Jason? He's way younger than you. If anyone finds out, my name will get dragged into this too." She then tells Jason's father about it. Hearing this, Jason says to her, "I'm gonna tell the school principal that you were buying weed from me." Hearing this, his Bella gets even angrier. A little later, when Lee and Jason are looking for Lee's lost cat in the forest, Lee sees the body of Jason's best friend hanging from a tree. He had killed himself. Seeing this, Lee tries to stop Jason from going any further. But Jason sees the body. Both of them get really upset. Jason is totally in shock. He leaves and starts crying uncontrollably. He feels like his friend died because of him. If he had gone to the city with him, his friend would still be alive. Lee comforts Jason and brings him home. Later, Lee musters up the courage to go to Jason's friend's house and tells his mother everything. Hearing this, his mother breaks down crying loudly. Lee consoles her. Since then, Lee doesn't stay at Jason's house. She lives in her storeroom, where she finds her lost cat. Lee is very sad. She also feels that somewhere, the friend's death was partly her own fault. Bella meets Jason's father there. He had already kicked Jason out of school. She tells him she wants Jason to continue his studies. But Jason's father says Jason has already been through a lot. Now, he doesn't want to force him into anything. For Jason's own good, it's better if he leaves this town and lives life his way. Meanwhile, Lee apologizes to her mom, who forgives her. The next day, Lee attends Jason's friend's funeral. Her female friend Bella is also there, with her husband. It happens. Lee apologizes, and she forgives her. After that, Lee meets Jason one last time before he leaves the city. They hug, and you can see the deep affection between them. Lee knows their relationship is wrong, and breaking up is the right thing to do. She tells Jason to forget everything and move on, giving him the $1,000 she won from her journalist award. Then Lee walks away with tears in her eyes, knowing she still hasn't been able to forget Jason. Jason leaves the city she wanted to leave and returned to New York, where she started working as a journalist again. A few months later, she gets a letter from Jason saying that he found a job and is really happy there, but he misses her too. And that's how the movie ends. Friends, do you think Jason's father made the right decision by taking him out of school and sending him to the city? Share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like and share the video, and subscribe to the channel with the bell icon to get notifications for upcoming videos. Don't miss out. See you in the next video.